And welcome back to the Zone. I'm Brant.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jay.
And I'm all alone on camera. Welcome to Zone 4.
Yes, you are.
Just tonight. After that, I'll be on with you. I'll be the one with you. At least
all
me.
Good. Yeah, at least
I'll pop on occasion. Just tonight.
I said at least me. I wasn't counting you out totally.
Except for Chris won't be on for the next 2 weeks.
Don't remind me. Okay, thank you.
He definitely won't be on. It'll just be me and Jay.
Voice or in vision.
Yeah, exactly. Just to give you guys forewarning, I may have to go off camera at some point. I'm having back issues, so we'll see. I'm going to try to stay on camera the whole time, though. But welcome to the Zone 4 live edition, second week in a row. It was a really great first episode last week. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. We had a blast, and we're back to do it all over again. And I see we got a few people already in the comments. So what's up, Legend Storm and Scotty? Thanks for tuning in, guys. And we got 4 viewers, so we got a few more. Awesome. And before we get too far into this, we should mention we are proud members of the Comics Podcast Network. You can find us on comicspodcasts.com each and every week. Go check out a whole bunch of other comic shows over there. And there's some good stuff. Some of our other shows are over there as well. It's like Airship 27, the There Can Be Only One that Chris and I did for a little bit, and some others.
Hey, we got the writer from There Can Be Only One tweeting us, so that was awesome.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, the Highlander writer that did that Highlander miniseries for IDW. That was pretty awesome. What's up, Metal Sonic 11? What'd you say, Chris?
It was a good book.
Yeah, it was a really good book. I was impressed with it. So they got to do more. They got to do more Highlander.
I'm waiting. I mean, IDW, of course, picks up some Marvel mess, but they don't continue Highlander. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm starting to wonder if Marvel's starting to worry, though. I mean, again, it goes back to what we were talking about before, but when Marvel has to take their known characters and ask IDW to make books of those same characters but different universe, you got to start questioning.
I see. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just good business. You get it in as many markets as you can, so you're spreading it out. Yeah.
I don't know. I get this. Like, I understand and I agree with that. Yeah, of course, you want your product everywhere. Shoot, I would, if I was Marvel, I would want my books. I'd like to have one book everywhere. I believe that IDW does release, but not just Marvel, DC as well. They do like those the newspaper ones, the news clips. They've done that for all of the comics, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, but I don't know. I have this like sneaking suspicion that something's going on with the comic side.
I don't know though. I mean, you're talking about like the Star Wars stuff, right?
No, I'm talking about Marvel, like Marvel in general.
You're talking about okay. I think they're just kind of following suit because Disney has always done that with their properties. They've always spread them out to different companies for different things to hit different markets. So I think Marvel is just kind of following suit with that, taking an example from their lead.
IDW is benefiting though. They're benefiting from Marvel. And look, they had those awesome DC crossovers with TMNT Batman, Green Lantern, Star Trek, which I want a 3rd volume of both. Now they're getting Marvel books. Shoot, it's a good time to be an IDW employee.
Yeah, no, totally. What's up, Jesse? JLS Comics in the house. Jesse. He says it's a licensing agreement they've had with IDW since 2015. So it's a long-standing thing. So, excuse me. But I say more power to them. If IDW can get a little piece of that pie, that's good.
Good. Let IDW build up. I'm not complaining.
Yeah. So, man, I was going to say something. Oh, I know what I was going to say. If you guys want to check out more content, Chris and I, it's not up yet, but Chris and I actually recorded a pre/post show for this episode.
We don't know where it's going to go yet.
Yeah, it's going to go on a Patreon somewhere. So probably for now until I get the rebranding and relaunching, it's going to be patreon.com/Zone4podcast. So if you go check that out. It was almost like a mini Chris and Brand show. We even did the song. It was kind of awesome. Brand did the song. Yeah.
He did. Chris did nothing. Outro.
Yeah, so we had fun with that. Got got some stuff coming up Patreon wise that I'll start plugging probably next week to let you guys know what's going on in that realm. But that's for another time. But you can also check out all these episodes on zone4podcast.com. Just throwing that out there as well. Plugging, shilling. That's, whatever. Jay's back with us. Hi, Jay.
Every time people say shilling, I think
I've been back here. I heard the whole Chris and Brant show spiel. I heard all that. I was laughing at it.
Okay. Well, you were muted, so I figured you had to go do something.
I was just taking off my shoes and stuff.
Okay.
I just
Jay is still getting changed, everyone.
Yeah, I was still getting out of work clothes, so I'm trying to do that while I didn't want to you hear the banging of my shoe or something. So I was like, I gotta press mute.
Jay, I can picture Jay now just hopping around one shoe out. I'm Jay. Oh, that's hilarious. What were you saying, Chris? Every time I say shilling, what?
Every time you say people, not just you, anyone says shilling, I think of shingles on a freaking house. I don't know why.
That makes no sense.
Because I don't.
Ceiling.
That word
because it sounds like ceiling.
No,
maybe?
Because it sounds maybe or shingles. It reminds me of shingles. Because
shingles on a ceiling,
on a roof.
Shingles on
I know, but.
I don't know.
I know.
Why?
I'm saying Chris logic, Jay. I'm saying Chris logic.
There is no train. There's no track for that train.
There is a lot of tracks. Yes, there's a track.
It jumps the track. There's it's like track A, and then that's where Shillings is at, and then there's track F, where Shingles is at, and it just jumps all those other tracks just to get on that track.
Yeah.
So there's no connecting it.
It's like Chris's mind lives on
there's the hub where they all meet. That's what connects.
Yeah, Chris's mind lives on the other side of old records. The dark side of the record is Chris's mind.
My mind
playing backwards
surprises me.
Playing backwards, you'll hear Chris's thoughts clearly and plainly.
That's
a scary thought.
There's going to be a book one day explaining it all.
Oh, I don't want to read that book.
Nobody will. It'll be one of those books that ends up in Barnes & Noble for $1.
They'll create a New York Times worst seller just for that book.
Wow, Brad. Now that's going nice. Thanks.
I'm sorry. That joke, I had to let that one go. That was a good one. I got to give myself a little pat on the back for that one.
Not yourself.
People were probably rolling their eyes like, what a dork. It's probably Lisa.
Yeah, she's probably watching right now going, yep.
You dork. She's going to message me like, you dork. I'm just waiting for it now.
You said yes to this dork.
That's true. It's all, you're right there with me. So.
you signed up for it.
So wait, now we can say that Lisa is officially the craziest one because Chris is crazy. You're best friends with Chris, and she said yes to you. So
there you go. That's there you go. I don't even know what to call that, but yeah. So Lisa just crazy.
And Cindy calls Brant my wife. So Lisa's marrying into.
Why am I the wife?
I don't like know.
That.
She calls you my wife. I don't know.
I don't like that at all.
I don't know. I said, why? I actually did ask her once. Said, why do you call him my wife? She's like, I don't know. I call him your wife. That's it. It's just
I thought she called me your husband, not your wife.
She called you both, but mostly wife. And one time it hit me, and I'm like, why is he all of a sudden my wife?
Yeah, I don't know. When two guys do get married, they are called husband and husband. They don't say now pronounce you husband and wife.
I don't know why she's
trying to say about me.
Originally, she did call him my husband. Then she started with the wife, and I'm like, where did that come from? She's like, I don't know. I'm just gonna do that now. I'm like, okay.
Did Brant have an operation somewhere?
I don't think Brant had an operation.
No. Nobody's going nowhere near that area.
Nobody's touching that.
No.
Because I'm sure Alicia would be like, I didn't say yes to that.
I did not agree to that.
Oh man, we have some comments. Changing gears, switching gears here. First, Legend Storm said he'll read your book, Chris. So he just likes to torture himself.
He must love torture. And now I have to write it, which is worse because at first I was just gonna like put a cover with some blank pages.
We gotta write Celestial Falcon before you write that book.
I'm not writing the book. Don't worry. There will be no Chris book. You just gotta watch the shows and learn like everybody else.
Scotty says, Brant, how's engaged life? Do you feel any different compared to last show? The only difference is that it's starting to sink in now. Before that, I was just kind of like, you know, from like Monday until like yesterday, it was like, it's just not sunk in. It's not real. It's kind of surreal. But I think yesterday and today it's kind of started to sink in. It's like, oh yeah, okay, this is cool. So that's about the only difference.
Lisa gave him the honeydew list. Only joke.
That started way before she said yes, Jay. Come on. All right.
I'm sure his nerves are a lot better because like he's not anxious to, you know, it's like not holding it, because when you're holding that in your, like you're hiding that ring, it's like burning a hole through your shirt, your pants, wherever you have it at, and it's like you feel like someone's going to find it, it's going to come out, it's not going to be a surprise. There's so many things racing through your mind. Like women have the wedding day that's theirs, we had the proposal day that's ours. Like it's nerve-wracking trying to make that, because we got pressure on us to make that big so they remember it forever.
Yeah, and it was like that because I had the ring. I got the ring last Wednesday. I've been planning this for a while, but I finally got the ring Wednesday, and I'd been holding it. So Friday night, I'm like, oh my god, I was a ball of nerves because I was just, and I think I did a pretty good job of keeping it in because she was totally surprised. So yeah, but still inside, I was like, oh my god, get here Monday.
If I'm Lisa, I would be thinking, he's that good at keeping secrets.
What else have you planned with Chris that I don't know about?
No, I can't keep Chris stuff away from her because she would kill me when she found out.
He has to, because see, Brant can't keep that crazy inside his head or he would go crazy, so he has to let that crazy out.
Brant
is crazy. I gotta like put a tap right there.
Brant is crazy. Don't let him. Don't let that. No.
They don't call me the Gonzo Goose for nothing, man. Exactly. I know I'm crazy, but
he just knows how to hide it better than me. I'm more open. I wave the crazy flag.
Chris crazy. Like there's everyone else is crazy, and then there's like you're crazy, which is like a whole nother.
I'm okay with that. I grew up that way. I had to hide it when I was a kid because I was embarrassed about it. I'm 32 years old now, and the hell with the world. If you don't like it, you don't have to be a part of my life. And that's
Chris brings you to a whole nother level.
Exactly. So when I die, people will know I was a whole nother level.
That's true.
And there'll never be another person like me again. Thank God.
Tommy's a close second, but he's getting there. He's learning from the master. JLS Comics says, congrats on the engagement. Beautiful story in the LEP newsletter, man. Thank you very much. It's funny because I wrote most of that newsletter before I asked her. So I was counting on her saying yes. She was
she would have said no, Brant be dead right now.
Yeah, I told her about it. I said because I told her I had been writing some of the newsletters ahead of time to save time, so I wouldn't be running against the deadline when they needed to come out. And I said I even had that one written. She was like, "Man, you were pretty confident I was going to say it." And I was like, "I was pretty sure." I was
pretty sure, but I had a backup article somewhere.
Exactly. I had a backup, but no, I obviously added in some details after the fact.
But wait. And you could have said this to Lisa too. You've been together for so long. It's not that you were confident she would say yes. It's that you knew that your relationship was strong enough that you were confident that you were strong enough that she would definitely say yes.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I said in the newsletter, and anybody that hasn't read it, obviously, I'm not gonna go repeat the whole thing, but we've known each other for 9 years. We've been dating for 4. So I mean, it's like, it was everything. Yeah. It's more like if I didn't ask this year, I might be in real trouble. No, but I'm totally joking. But she's not like that. She's cool.
She's probably one of the nicest women I know, and Bryant's one of the nicest men I know.
Thank you.
Like they couldn't be, like, the nicest people couldn't have found each other any better than these.
They are the epitome of the perfect couple of 2010.
Wow.
Oh,
2010.
28. Why I think
2010 is when we met.
That's why. Okay, see that.
We met in person, yeah.
Legend Storm. Way back machine.
Yeah, exactly. Legend Storm said Lisa's crazy because she said yes to your engagement. That's true. We covered that.
Because Chris calls with
it. Scotty said magic stuff happens on the golf course. Legend Storm had an interview today. His interview went awesome. Just has to wait 2 weeks to find out. That's awesome, Legend Storm. I hope you get it.
Fingers crossed.
Really cool. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm crazy, and I was my crazy self at the interview. Legend Storm said that's what you got to be. You got to be yourself. That's what wins people over.
Scotty says something. He says, "Guys, you got to fit in one wrestling question. What do you think of 20th anniversary of Mick Foley's plunge of the Hell in a Cell?"
Still gives me cringes when I see it. Like, they play it back every so often. Hell in a Cell is about to be. I think it's this Sunday, right? So yeah, 20th anniversary of it, of his match where Undertaker threw him off, and Mick Foley is not like I don't know if you know Mick Foley, Jay.
Yeah,
but
that's the one that's the one with the mask, right? He had a sock puppet. That's the one I showed you last week, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. So Mick Foley, obviously not the best in shape guy. He's always been a little round around the middle.
But he was crazy.
I mean, yeah, he was crazy and getting thrown off, and his teeth, his front teeth actually busted out, and one of them was lodged up in his nose after he went off that cage, and he's still like they stretched him out, and he got up and finished the match, and he was crashed through the cage. So it's just like, it's one of those things that it's like you cringe because it's like, they're shortening their lives and their careers by doing this crazy stuff, and obviously they've toned that stuff down and save it for special moments these days. But man, back then,
lives maybe, careers. Mick Foley has been in and out still to this day.
I know, but yeah.
Chris, were you adopted? Because he sounds as crazy as you are.
I mean,
that's what I can see Chris doing. Like falling down and getting back up and just going right back into it. Like,
Mick Foley is from New York, so you never know.
He could be my long lost brother.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
I mean, because you two, like, I can see you totally getting hurt and then getting back up and doing it.
Legend Storm says, so did Brant say yes to Chris' engagement?
We both mutually agreed.
Somewhere along the lines, it's kind of like common law,
Yeah, that's it. Through podcasting, we've been podcasting for 4 years under the same podcast channel, so it's like common law. We are common law married.
Yeah.
Thank God Pennsylvania doesn't have common law marriage anymore.
Yeah. Which one of you would be each of Foley's characters?
Chris will be the one with the puppet.
That's Mankind.
No, I'd probably be Dude Love.
No.
You're definitely the one with the puppet.
You're not cheesy enough to be Dude Love.
That's true.
You're the one with the puppet, because that guy is certifiable.
Yeah, you be Mankind. I guess I'd be Dude Love, and Jay, I guess you're stuck with Cactus Jack.
I'm okay with that, because I don't
know what.
No,
I would be just plain Mankind. I have all 3 personas in me.
Have a nice day. That was the wrestling portion. We can move on from that now, because I know like a large part of our audience is not wrestling fans, but appreciate the wrestling fans in the audience, because I don't get to talk about this stuff with many people, so it's awesome for me.
Hey Brant, we could be like the Rock and Sock connection if you think about it.
We still have to do that wrestling episode.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's true. And you're Sock, I'm Rock. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I do things that make you kind of go like, why? Because that's like what happened with The Rock and Mankind.
That's true. You do. You leave me like dumbfounded all the time. It's perfect. That's our dynamic. We're the Rock and Sock connection. How did I not see that before?
I mean, dude, I saw it before.
So does that mean I get to turn on you and rock bottom you then?
No.
I dare you to.
I would love it. That would be awesome. Oh.
And what would that make Jay though? Because I mean, it was a rock and sock, and so Jay's like Stone Cold, just pop in, dump people, and just leave.
Pop in, pop open the beer.
Yep.
Jay's a lot taller than us. Jay's like Big Show.
Okay, Jay can be a Big Show. Yep.
Isn't he dead now?
No, he was just on Raw. Andre the Giant's dead.
I thought I know his father died. I thought he passed away too. I knew his father did. His father did years ago.
Yeah,
I know.
Big Show is still alive. He's
okay.
he
Dusty Rhodes passed, right?
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes passed away 3 years ago. Yeah.
Everybody cried about that. I cried about that. He was such a wonderful person, and the stories you hear.
That's funny.
J316.
Scotty says no relation to Andre the Giant. Yeah, that was a storyline thing. He's not really.
Yeah, I know. I meant like in story.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, no, he has the giantism that doesn't kill you and enlarge your heart thing. Whatever the pituitary gland thing, I think he doesn't have that type.
No, he's just a little bit taller than the average. I think he's a little bit higher than the tallest person.
Yeah, I mean he does have a form of it, but not the kind that kills you. Is what I understand about his condition. So
I mean, Braun Strowman and him almost stare eye to eye.
Yeah, I'm calling it Steve Austin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, way taller. Steve Austin's pretty short actually.
No, he's 6'2". He's not that short.
Oh really? I thought he was about okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the other guy's name?
Which one? Big Show. Yeah. Big Show. He's billed as 7'2". I don't know if he's actually that tall or not.
7 foot.
7 foot.
I'm in between there somewhere.
Yeah. you're what, 6'4"?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're like the Rock's 6'5", so you're almost as tall as the Rock.
No wait.
Right?
No, I'm not. I'm 6'5". I'm sorry. I am 6'5".
Oh, okay. So you're as tall as the Rock.
I don't know why I said it's a 6'4". 6'5".
I thought you were 6'4" for some reason. But
I know I grew 4 inches when I was in my late 20s, which is weird.
Oh wow. Yeah, that is weird.
I grew 4 inches in my late 20s. I was like 26, something like that. I grew like 4 inches.
That's
because when I went to the doctor's like, "Is this your file I'm looking at, or your brother's?" I was like, "That's mine." He was like, he looked at it. He's like, "How old are you?" And I told him. He was like, "You grew 4 inches."
That's weird.
I was like, "Okay." Normally men stop growing at 18. I mean, 21, because women stop growing at 18. That's why they say women mature faster than men, because of when your bodies stop growing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had a growth spurt when I was 15. I was how tall was I before that? I was short, and then when I was 15, like between school years, like during the summer, I just shot up to 6 foot. But I stopped there, so I peaked at 15 height wise. But I think I was only like, I think I grew like almost a foot over the summer. It was crazy. So
yeah, I was always tall. Like I was that kid who never got, unless I was a line leader in school, I never got to be in the front of the line because I was always. It looked like I was the
tallest. Was always in the back.
I felt like I was a teacher assistant or a classroom assistant every single year, even in the first grade, because I was the tallest. I was like towering over the other kids. Like there were kids, and it didn't help that a lot of the kids in my class were Asian and Italian, which were normally shorter than me, like by significant amounts. Like it didn't help any. And I was like, I felt like I got left behind like 3 or 4 years Like it was just like I'm in their classroom. I just felt like I was left behind because, and I wasn't. I was all the time and everything. It was just that you feel like that because you're so damn tall. I remember looking over. I could see like everyone's head. Like I could see everyone's head.
It's so funny because if you look at my 8th grade photos and compare like the class photo and compare it to the 9th grade, I'm sitting in like the second row, and I went to a private Christian school, so there was only like 30 students, but still, I was sitting in the second row in the 8th grade photo, and the 9th grade photo they had to stand me in the back. So it was kind of funny.
You know, actually, Scotty was asking about the DC streaming service in the comments.
Yeah, that's a great segue because it's topic time.
It's topic time.
Oops.
Try that again.
Rewind that and try that again. Not started at the middle. Come on, stupid app. Technical difficulties. Can't escape them. My finger is just not working with me here. Come on. What is up with this thing? There we go.
Topic time. It's topic time.
It was
live
topic
shows.
time.
I know, live shows, man. What can I say? There's going to be problems. So we're doing a headline edition for this topic time this week. Just talking about a few news stories, and that is one of them. So go ahead, Chris.
The DC streaming service has released early. It released, I think, 2 days ago. Was it Wednesday? It was Wednesday.
It was either Wednesday or yesterday. I don't remember.
I got it yesterday. I went on yesterday.
It's Wednesday.
It was Wednesday. I thought so.
Yeah.
On Android first, and then it reached out to all platforms. As of this recording today, it is available everywhere. And the first thing I did when I got on there was watch Batman the Animated Series, Episode 1.
Superman the Animated Series.
I have the DVDs of that, and I've watched it so much.
I have the DVDs of
Batman.
But
I know, but I haven't seen Batman in so long that it literally was one of the tabs. I'm like, okay, fine, I will watch the first episode.
I couldn't bring myself to watching it for the first time without having it be Superman. It had to be something Superman related. I was like, this is the inaugural event of me watching DC Universe. It has to be Superman. So in 10 years from now, when someone says, what was the first thing you watched on DC Universe, which people actually know, what's your first comic book or what's your first comic book TV show or whatever, I can clearly say it was Superman the Animated Series.
I deviated and watched Batman first, but I did watch the Reeve. I didn't touch it yet. I clicked on and have it set for the Christopher Reeve movie next, the first one.
I have not watched anything yet. I'm sad.
I did look at the Nightwing Year One. They have Nightwing Year One up as one of the comics. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, they got Batman Year 1 and Year 2 also.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm going to read the heck out of this Nightwing Year 1. I think it starts with Nightwing 100 and it goes to 104.
Yeah, it's not as many as I thought. Like, it's not as much as I thought. But I think it's going to start coming in slowly over the next month or so. So this way they don't get bombarded with it. Because I think they didn't want to overwhelm the network, especially with everybody. That's probably why they released it early, too. This way on the 15th, everybody's not just on it all at once, and it's like,
it's true.
The universe has crashed. You know,
I did notice it was still lagging a little bit for me.
Yeah,
I don't know about you guys. Yeah,
no, it didn't lag for me really.
It didn't lag for me either, but I heard other people saying it did some. So I think they did that. That's why they probably did it, because probably people would be like, dude, like we got a lot of pre-sales. There's gonna be a lot of people on here.
Yeah.
So we had to like release this and do it on the DL, you know. People find it, and let word spread out, and then over the course of the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, people started gathering on. So tomorrow, when it launches officially, it's not going to be like DC, you know, Newsarm is not going to have an article, DC Universe crashes, you know, or, you know, any of the other sites that are going to do that. Because, you know, like when Netflix released Linkage season 1, it crashed. It wasn't ready for that amount of people, and it crashed. So I think they were just like slowly anticipating it. So they just was like, you know what, let's just roll it out, see if people can come on little by little, so it doesn't overwhelm the network, and then we'll put more content on throughout the month. And then I think by the time Titans launch, I think we'll get a lot more of the library and a lot more of the comics.
Yeah.
Hope it's not like, oh, these are the comics this month, and then next month we're going to change all those comics and give you these ones.
I will say I did like the articles. I did find myself more I guess it's because we work online and everything, and we're in comic media. I found myself drawn to a lot of the articles at the bottom of the app, because it starts off with like the main tab, and then it goes down to TV and movies, and then it goes down further, and you can go into comics, and then after that is articles. And I like that they're doing like a this week from DC kind of article, where you get like a list of all the books that are coming out, and they had Batman talk, they had Catwoman talk, obviously because of the wedding that just happened. It's cool. And Legend Storm asked if they're going to be if DC Daily is starting. I'm guessing that's going to start on Monday.
Probably. They'll probably shut down. Or maybe tomorrow. Maybe they'll do like a big Batman special. Yeah, Batman Beyond is on there, Scotty.
Batman Beyond is. Yeah.
All the animated universe except for Zeta Project. I don't remember seeing that up there. Zeta Project, I think, is the only one that's not there from the official DC animated universe.
Birds of Prey on there.
Yeah, I think all the animated movies are on there as well.
Not all of them,
or at least a good number of them. I know, like
there's a good majority of them on there.
Yeah, and some of the more recent ones too, which I thought was cool because I haven't seen some of those.
Yeah, we didn't think that the Death of Superman would be on there, and it actually is. It was actually advertised.
Yeah, and I think isn't the Dark Knight one on there as well?
I believe so. I know there's a lot of. I think all the connected ones are on there. I think. I just think the ones before that are not on there. I didn't get to really look through all the animated movies as much.
Yeah,
I went right for my target that I went for, and then tomorrow I'm going right for Lois and Clark. That's what I'm playing all day while I'm at work. That's my Batman Day celebration. I'm giving it to the man.
So what do you guys think about the interface overall?
I love it.
Yeah, I like it too. For anybody that hasn't seen it, it's like you have a featured thing on each section. You have a feature thing that has like 5 featured things you can click into, like Death of Superman, et cetera, and then you scroll down and you got thumbnails of more choices, and then you can go into larger browsing.
It's very Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like they took that, but they made it their own. Like they took that as a model, and then they made it own by having the feature section above them. So I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like you guys mentioned, you have the news section. Then you have this encyclopedia that has like character profiles and everything. And then you have, which I thought was interesting. Obviously, you have the comic books one too, and it's mostly classic stuff. But you can they have a community, which has like a bunch of different boards and stuff. Which, we've talked about this in the past, like the old DC boards. It makes me a little nervous. I haven't really gone into there yet.
Yeah,
but
I didn't either because I was staying away from that for now.
Yeah,
I want to see how it goes before. I want to give it like maybe a month or two. Let's see if it goes all right, and then maybe I'll dip my toes into that community. But for now, I'm staying away from it just in case it gets toxic. I don't want to get wrapped up into something,
Right.
Right now, it's a lot of favorite episode, favorite thing about DC Universe. Which Titan would you want to be trapped in an escape room with? Favorite this, favorite that.
I know, but I just...
Ooh, this one looks good. Share your pull list.
Yeah, that's cool until they just start tearing into you because you're not getting the books that they want you to get.
Exactly. So I'm waiting I'm waiting for the honeymoon to be over on that and see how people act in the morning when they're... when they wake up and they don't have their coffee and their hair's a little messed up. That's why I'm waiting for those people. Right now, it's the honeymoon stage for the DC universe.
Hopefully, they mod it better than they did the DC boards.
Oh, it couldn't be any worse.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It looks like they're moderating this pretty well because I'm on the share your pull list, and it just looks like everybody's having a good time talking about the books that are coming out, talking Doomsday Clock. Nothing.
That's good. Yeah.
But this is like you said, it's the first day.
I'm just
until it actually hits.
Yeah, wait till the honeymoon's over. That's when I'm gonna go on there. I'm gonna wait a couple months and then go on there with that. And for those who are actually wondering, it's because they said on the streaming service on the DC daily, the first one that we had, the introduction that took like 4 hours or something. They were saying that it was going to be a 30-day free trial. It's a 7-day free trial. So that was something I've heard that is changed. Maybe it'll go 30 days after, a week or so. Maybe they'll change it up to 30 days. But it was supposed to be 30 days at launch, but it's not. It's only a 7-day trial. Maybe it's because it's a short, it's like the 15th that is at launch and on. They want to make it so, people go a full month and all that, because maybe, I don't know why they did it, but it was there. So,
yeah. All right. Well, I'm just looking forward to the new series when they start putting those up, too.
Oh, yeah. That would be October 12th is the first one, Titans, that launches October 12th.
Oh, I didn't realize they had put a date on them. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's Friday, October 12th.
One thing that I like that Netflix does that I hope that they do on the DC Universe app is allow you to favorite. Like, you know how you can make your favorites playlist? Like, you could bookmark specific series stuff. I would like that, to have the ability to bookmark, like, Superman the Animated Series, Lois and Clark, Batman the Animated Series. I was just looking through the movies. They have almost 90% of the ones that are out now, but like anything I didn't watch yet, I would like the ability to bookmark for later. So all I have to do is go into the Your Bookmark tab kind of deal.
They actually do, Chris. You gotta dig for it, but they do have a favorites and you can create lists.
Oh, sweet! Then I really gotta look into that.
Yeah, I'm looking at
My DC. Are you talking about?
Yeah, you go into My DC, and if you let's see, I went into My DC, and you click the list thing, and then it pops up like a favorites and a create new listing.
Oh, okay. Hey, have you looked at, I don't know if any of you have looked at yet, the shop, but man, the shop. I like the Superman shirt.
There's a lot of nice stuff there. I mean, there is a nice, well-rounded stuff so far, but I'm just waiting for when they start really uploading stuff to it. Like, I think they're just nervous about it. They don't want it to crash and burn the first month or so. So I think over the next couple of weeks, we're going to see a lot more trickling in on other stuff. So, because there's a lot that they don't have there yet. And I'm sure some of it's probably due to rights, though, too.
Yeah. Legend was telling us it was under lists in My DC as well. The favorites. So yeah, I think it's a solid platform so far. So we'll keep an eye on it and keep talking about it as it grows and they start populating it.
I'm excited. As a DC fan, I'm really, really excited about this, and I'm glad that I pre-ordered it for a full 13 months before even having to think about paying for the next year. Yeah.
So speaking of DC, Henry Cavill is no longer Superman. He has exited the role. Or is he? That's the report so far. What do you guys think about this? Jay's
mute at the moment. Have you seen? It's hilarious because I follow Henry Cavill on Instagram, and literally the night that this news broke and everybody was going crazy, he made a video wearing a Superman shirt, not with the S, it just Kryptonian. I forgot what it was. It was a bodybuilder shirt. And he lifts up the Superman figure like it's really funny, all the stuff that's going on about Superman, basically saying that I think somebody took his not wanting to be in Shazam and really stretched the truth out far.
I think it's like Jay said to us the other day, it's a negotiation tactic.
Yeah,
I think that's
classic negotiation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You release it. What they do is his agents and stuff release a thing through their sources, which is, in this case, it was the Hollywood Reporter, that, about things going south in the deal and all that. And it wasn't like his agent, but it was like someone close to them. So this way, it's official, like someone else in that office did it. So it's official, but they can't. This way, when the agent released that statement later on in the day, don't believe everything you read. It isn't saying, oh, well, he lied to us. It's not. you know. And then there, you know, DC saw people like tweeting and hashtagging Henry Cavill is my Superman. That was a big hashtag that was trending. And then he did that thing to get people excited about it again, you know, with the figure coming up of him and him wearing the Krypton workout club or something like that.
Yeah, I mentioned about that. I was when you were waiting to mention that on Instagram.
Yeah, I heard you. I was saying that's when he did that, and then you know, DC released it. Warner Brothers released a statement, and it's all very cryptic. So it's definitely a negotiation thing that they're doing, and it could also be on Warner Brothers' side because Warner Brothers could be like trying to get him to do more, or you know, gauge if people actually want another Superman movie. Because you know, Superman 2 has not been Man of Steel has not been announced.
To Christopher Reeves.
I can't say that movie without. So, part 2 of his first movie, I don't think they want to release. They didn't know if people want to see that because, let's see, that movie that movie did suck. Batman vs Superman sucked. They started to improve in
Justice League.
You know, because he actually was a little Superman-esque. But there was problems with this still because of the different writing and the different directors and all that. So we can see that stuff. But I think it was more of like everybody's just testing the waters and negotiating right now. I don't think he's honestly going to leave because he'd be stupid too. And I mean, because that got him all the other jobs that he has now. If it wasn't for him being Superman, would you know who Henry Cavill was?
No, I wouldn't.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll say this: stop telling Nicolas Cage it's his time. Nicolas Cage is way past his time.
There was never a time Nicolas Cage.
I was just going to say,
where
was the time that it was him? Because it was never that time for me.
No.
I live in a different time zone.
And anyone else who'd like to throw in Michael B. Jordan, no.
I don't think DC is going to go that different. I think DC is going to stick with especially after they got a lot of hassle for changing things in their DC universe. I mean, that's why their movies aren't doing well. They change too much. I think that's why, like Shazam.
I just want to know why is it always Michael B. Jordan? No,
I don't know, but I know fans are.
Well, Michael B. Jordan, I think, came from because him and WB have a deal. They signed a deal.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, where it's to bring diversity into their movies. So
that's fine and well,
a deal for that. But not their. It wasn't like their superhero movies. Just their stable movies as a whole. So it wasn't like it wasn't a DC specific thing. It was just a Warner Brothers thing. And I think a lot of people saw that and was like, oh, this. And then Tom Taylor threw out the tweet saying that it was funny when him and I think it was Nicola Scott were doing Earth 2. They talked about Michael B. Jordan a lot when they created when they created Val Zod, you know, when they created the Earth 2 Superman. So
right.
I think
Earth 2 Superman, I'm good with that. That's fine.
I just don't know why it's always got to be Michael B. Jordan. There's other actors out there is all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's other black actors other than Michael B. Jordan. He's not the only black actor in Hollywood, people.
Wasn't there somebody else, the guy they wanted to play Miles? Shoot. The one that Miles Morales was based off of.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover, yeah.
Donald Glover. Yeah, everybody wanted Donald Glover.
But I think the reason why is this makes more sense, though, for Michael B. Jordan to talk. One, because he has that deal with WB. And two, he has came off that big success for Black Panther, you know. And he's jacked. You know, he got jacked for that role. So
that is true.
I can understand that.
Yeah, let's be honest. Michael B. Jordan, he likes to stir stuff up. He just does. He has fun with it. Yeah.
But there's also something else connected to this, which is the Supergirl thing. A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, we can't have Henry Cavill as Superman because it's going to mess up the whole Supergirl movie thing." I want to say something. Yeah, Henry Cavill probably won't be in the Supergirl movie if it takes place on Krypton, because according to official continuity of the Man of Steel universe, Supergirl exists like 3,000 years before Superman was born.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, she was born on Krypton during the Great Exploration period, and she left on a ship of exploring. By the time Kal-El was born, they were not allowed to leave the planet. They were not allowed to explore. It was banned. And she crashed on Earth like during the Ice Age or something. Like she crashed on Earth, and her ship's been stuck there. I think that's her ship that they were using in his fortress as. That's like his fortress. You know, that's that place that they kept going back to, the fortress. That's why they said that you saw someone, like a woman ran past in Man of Steel when he was in there. That was that. That was supposed to be her carrier ship. Her and like 6 other Kryptonians, but she was the only one that survived it. She was in stasis. But,
so they're going completely different then.
Yeah, because I was in a prequel comic,
well, this
which
is
was
the
a
DC
really
Entertainment
good comic.
Universe.
Yeah.
DC and Marvel are polar opposites. Marvel, the comics need to get better, but the universe is pretty good. The entertainment universe is very good. DC's comics are great, and their entertainment universe really.
DC is killing with their animation stuff. Like I gotta say, DC
stuff,
has
they're knocking it out. Yes,
And their
they've
TV
always
stuff
had
is
strong
good too.
animation.
oh, of course.
TV
But
stuff
Marvel
is good.
doesn't have much TV. Marvel has the Shield.
They have Netflix.
They have Shield. That's it.
That's true.
Oh yeah, we're in the Netflix stuff. Yeah, which I'm gonna say, you guys, if you like Iron Fist season 1, no spoilers, you're gonna love Iron Fist season 2. It's better. It exceeds all expectations of Iron Fist that you would have. Like if you thought Iron Fist season 1 was good, this is like I said about Chris, a whole nother level. This awesome. I love this one. This one was this comes second in my list of favorite seasons of Netflix stuff. So
Oh wow.
Jessica
Awesome.
Jones is still number 1, season 1 of Jessica Jones. Then this is number 2. I gave it 4 3/4 stars yesterday.
Wow.
Nice,
And
nice.
everybody who hated the movie on Frontline, because I remember a lot of people like the season 2 stunk, yada yada, that they just didn't like the first season. Then I guess.
They're just haters.
Yeah, they're jumping on the bandwagon. No, I honestly, some people probably really didn't like it, but we all liked it. I'm only 2 episodes into season 2 though.
Yeah, everything's better this season. The choreography is better. The characterization's better. And this is honestly probably one of the best well-laid seasons out. Like when they laid it out, like how it flows. It has the clear first act, second act, third act of the whole thing. So it's like a nice flow. It doesn't like, oh, this should have ended 3 episodes ago. You know, it doesn't have that.
Sweet Exorcist. Yeah, Sweet Exorcist pointed out that Marvel also has 2 Hulu shows.
3.
Cloak and Dagger and,
he said
Runaways
Runaways.
and New Warriors. Yeah, he said all 3.
No,
but
one
Runaways
Hulu
is
show. Only one Hulu show.
Yeah, Runaways is actually going to TV. It's moving to TV with next season, and they also have on TV
maybe 3rd season.
Maybe 3rd season.
Because next season's launching on Hulu with there's going to be a binge thing on my birthday, season 2.
Oh, okay.
On Hulu.
Okay, I just know they're heading to TV after that. Marvel also has The Gifted on TV, and did Legion get canceled?
Legion, I don't think so.
Okay, so Legion. So you have Legion and Gifted and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all the Netflix stuff and the Hulu stuff and Runaways.
Brand, I got a good segue for you right here. I know something else that Marvel.
I'm not prepared. What?
I know something else that Marvel canceled.
What?
It's in the. You're looking at the. If you're looking at the show notes.
Oh, that's that. I feel stupid. That is a good
segue.
Come on, app. Work.
We're like,
there we go. Delayed reaction. What the heck?
Chris sounds really like that. Like when he does it, like he gets his voice to hit that note.
I know. It's so close. I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, The Vision. There was a new miniseries coming for The Vision, a 4-issue miniseries. All 4 issues completed, or at least written.
I think was it a 4-issue, or was it supposed to be 12 issues and they had 4 issues completed? I think.
Well, the solicitation said 1 of 4 that they posted.
Right.
Either way,
One of
It was
six.
canceled.
Okay, it was supposed to be six.
Yeah. Oh, six. Okay. Either way, it was canceled before release, and no reason was given really. I don't think.
None.
Yeah, just we're not doing it, and it sounded actually kind of cool. Let me just pull it up. I can't remember who the creators were. Do you have it up, Jay?
Yeah. Let me see.
Because it was a writer of like Mockingbird or something.
See, it's Chelsea Kane and Mark Mohan were the writers. Aud Koch was the artist.
Yeah. Chelsea Kane, Mockingbird. So I mean that's. And the take was, I'm just going to read this first description. When the Vision decided to live a normal life, he built a wife, a son, and a daughter, a family, only to watch them nearly all crumble. Now all that's left is Viv, his learning to be rebellious daughter, and Sparky, the family robo-dog. But what does it mean for an artificial intelligence to rebel? And can a synthezoid father handle single parenthood? The married writing team of Chelsea Kane and Mark Mohan joined rising star artist Aud Koch for a new take on the Vision family that will once again have everyone talking. And that seems like it's taking, the lead right from Tom King series.
Yeah.
And just kind of feeding off of that. And it sounded really cool. And then for
You're going to do something else with it.
Yeah. And it was supposed to come out. Yeah, it was supposed to come out in November. And for no apparent reason, they just no, not doing it.
We changed our mind.
Yeah, weird.
I wouldn't be shocked if they repackage that somehow and make it like maybe an OGN or something like that or something, because it sounds really cool. And maybe it's because of what's happening with Vision right now in Champions and stuff. Because any of you read Champions still?
Yeah, I read it.
Oh, okay. Because like he's supposed to be like kicking the bucket soon, right?
Yeah.
Like so. I didn't know we are current on it. So like he's supposed to be kicking the bucket soon, because he said he's not, there's not long and he doesn't want to be. So maybe they were like, we don't want to do that. Maybe they're going to hold it until the Champions arc is over, so this way it doesn't ruin that ending.
That's possible.
Well, he's alive in Vision and he's still alive, so why should I buy Champions that says he's dying? So maybe they're going to wait till that story plays out and then release this next year sometime.
That's possible. Yeah, I started reading Champions when the new direction started. I picked it back up. I
still see 4 issues being made and them not doing anything with that. Like that's 4 full issues. I can see 1 issue, but 4 full issues. I think they're going to do the other 2 in the DL, and then they're going to they're going to launch it next year or something after that whole Champion story. Or wherever they're doing Vision and other books, they're going to launch it after that, I think.
Yeah. JLS said Champions writer said it contradicted what they're doing. And Jim Zub's writing that, right?
Yeah.
Champions? Yeah, he's probably got a little bit more clout than Chelsea Kane at this stage. But
I guess they're going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's... No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I hope, like you're saying, they revisit it and release it at a later date.
Yeah, I think it's going to be because they don't want to, ruin his story. And he's like, this is going to be ruining my story, I'm trying to build this tension in this emotional story where Vision's about to die. And, she's going to have to face her father dying and all this after her mother died. And what are you doing? And then they were probably like, okay, well, how about you do your story and we'll bring him back eventually. But until then, we're going to shelf this story and we'll re-release it and re-solicit it afterwards. And that would be the continuation of that. That would be like after they come back, after he comes back, and we have a nice status quo again. I think that's what they're going to do, because it just doesn't make sense to have 4 issues already in the bag and then them saying, we're never going to use it.
Right. No, I agree with you. That's really odd to do that. So I hopefully they do. Plus, I liked Mockingbird, so I think I'll like it.
Mm-hmm. It sounds really interesting, like you said.
Yeah. So I have no clever segue for the next one, but kind of play it into the title, what I titled the episode, "What's Old is New Again." We've got a couple of things that are making a comeback. One is, I guess it's what's new is new again with Miles Morales.
Well, you were canceled at a different point in time.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So Miles Morales coming back with a series. First ever series, not written by Brian Michael Bendis, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What worries me is it's the writer of Exiles.
I know. And it's the artist of what's the artist from?
It's Javier. Let me find it. I had Javier Duran from Secret Warriors.
Yeah, Secret Warriors. So I wasn't crazy about that art. It wasn't bad art, but I wasn't crazy about it. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but the Exiles writing though is what really has me concerned.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
which some people disagree with us on that.
Yeah, I guess so. I really liked that one shot, that annual or whatever they did a couple weeks ago, and it was a completely different writer. It's the writer that's doing what's he doing at DC? Brian Edward Hill, I think is his name. He's doing Detective Comics and right now, and he's doing the Outsiders. The Outsiders. That's what he's reading. He did the Spider-Man annual, the Miles Morales annual, and it was really good. I liked it. So I know that he can be done without Bendis, but
yeah,
I just
Jim Zub does a great job writing him too.
Yeah. I just really worry about this one because I do not like Exiles at all, and I'm a huge Exiles fan.
I like X-Files.
I don't. I'm a huge Exiles fan though, going way back, and I was so excited for that series, and then I read 2 issues, and I'm like, no, I'm done with this. I can't read this anymore. This is just not good. So I'm scared to death what they're going to do with it. But at the same time, I'm really glad that Miles has a book again.
Yeah, it's called Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Yeah, the same title.
It went back to the old title. Yeah, Bendis had that title. I think it was the one before he came to 616 because it was like Ultimate Spider-Man. Then it went to Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man. Then I think it went to Miles Morales Spider-Man, and then it went to just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. Sweet says, I'm excited for the Miles books. The writer of Exiles also wrote the recent Black Bolt and the equally good Quicksilver book. I liked Quicksilver. I think it ended a little lackluster, but I did not like Black Bolt, and I don't like Exiles. So I'm now really worried. But I do appreciate the fact that that writer did say that he views Spider-Man as a teenage hero, and that's kind of the take that he's taken with this. So I like that. Maybe it's going to be grounded in the high school and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I'll definitely try it out. It's Spider-Man. So, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, me too. I mean, of course, I want Miles to succeed. I honestly, what surprised me most about this was that they didn't change his name, because it felt like Bendis was building up to changing his name, or like leading to the path where someone would change his name, by saying he doesn't want to be Spider-Man anymore and all this. Remember those last issues of his? And then with him being called Arachne Kid in other Marvel media, like in the animated series and all that, he just goes by Arachne Kid. I was like, maybe they're going to just call him Arachne Kid, and not Spider-Man. Because maybe it's like a brand thing that they didn't want to like confuse people. But I was really surprised that they went with that, which I'm cool either way. I don't care, honestly.
Yeah.
But I was just shocked that they didn't do that, because with the way that Bendis was building it, and then with the way Marvel was introducing him in other forms, like, because they changed Spider-Gwen for Ghost Spider or Spider-Ghost, which is a Ghost Spider. Ghost Spider, because of the whole marketing thing. They wanted to rebrand her because that's what she's doing in an animated series. So I was like, that's kind of weird that they did that, but not that.
Yeah. No, I agree. But like you said, I'm cool with it. But it's weird that I thought they were heading towards a different direction too. But maybe they wanted to keep him Spider-Man, especially because
keep him in his familiar kind of.
Yeah, well, also because they've been marketing him outside of comics with the Into the Spider-Verse and in the video game and all that stuff.
I agree. And also, if you look at the game, again, I got to reference the Spider-Man game. They introduced him so good in that game. I wish they would fix the 616 to be like the game instead of just saying, "Oh, he came over from the Ultimate Universe." No,
he was an afterthought. You know what it was with.
He literally
was just
they scraped off the knife when they were done making the cake, and they left the icing just on the cake, that little extra piece of icing.
It's just that they didn't fully flesh it out. Like they were just like, okay, he's in the 616, and that's
and his mom's alive.
And then, and then it was like they were saying he remembered the Ultimate Universe, but they never showed that he remembered the Ultimate Universe. Then they gave a hint that he knew it. Then they said that he didn't. Like it was like so much confusion of like, does he remember the Ultimate? You should just did a whole brand new like this is how he always existed in the Marvel Universe.
At least in the game, he was a super huge fan of Spider-Man. He was saved by Spider-Man from being mugged. He got closer to Spider-Man because apparently he just ended up being in the same situation that Spider-Man was in. There was a radioactive spider in one of the, I don't know, I didn't get to the point yet. Mike's playing the game, but there was a radioactive spider in the game. I forget, it was something at Oscorp. He ended up getting bit by the end, becomes Spider-Man, and then Peter Parker reveals to him, hey, because he trusts Peter because him and Peter get close also, and then he trusts Peter with a secret, and then Pete trusts him with his secret. And it's like, oh, wow, you're really smart. And that's how the game kind of ends with the two of them, where Pete kind of reveals his secret when Miles reveals his.
That's something that I would have done it.
That's perfect. That would have been perfect.
If I would have introduced him to the Marvel Universe, my thing would have been keep it somewhat similar to what was going on in the Ultimate Universe origin. Have his uncle break into Oscorp, but have them actually have the spider that bit Peter Parker all those years ago. The spider didn't die; it was still there, and like they're experimenting on it, trying to do whatever they're doing with it. And he steals it because thinking like, why are there so much security for this little spider? It must be worth a fortune. And then Miles finding it by accident and getting bit and becoming it, and then him actually killing the spider, so that the spider would be dead then. And then something go on from there. Or maybe not the spider that bit Peter Parker, but them trying to recreate that thing.
Right, because Miles has different powers.
Him finding that. Something like that. Like, it would have been somewhere on those lines. So this way, it would have been still connected to that. And that could have all been shown in the flashback. And just having it, or in the first couple issues, just make that how it happened. It happened on a day, and you can go through his origin again. But since they wanted to start him already being Spider-Man, I would have just said, this is his origin, and then have him meet Peter Parker on a mission, and him giving him, the blessing to do it, or something like that. Something. It should have been done better than it was. It was just like, here's another Spider-Man, and we don't care how you fit him in. He's just going to be in there.
Remember him in the Ultimate Universe? Well, there you go.
Yeah. It was lazy writing.
It was. It really was. They should have totally integrated them a little bit better. It was convoluted.
Yeah.
Another book that is making a comeback, X-Force, brand new series in December, and it's the original team, which, well, for the most part, which I think is pretty cool. The only difference is you have young Cable, because obviously Cable was killed in extermination, and spoiler, and oddly enough, Deathlock, which I really don't understand where he comes into play there, but we'll see. But you've got Warpath, you've got Boom Boom, you've got Shatterstar, you've got Cannonball, Domino. So you got the original X-Force team back together, which I'm a huge fan of the original X-Force. I know it's Rob Liefeld. I know people have mixed feelings. We've talked a lot about that on the show, but that's one of the books that I came up reading when I was really first getting into comics. So I'm excited to see this team back together. It says they're out for revenge. Ed Brisson is writing, Dylan Burnett and Pepe Larraz are the artists. So I don't know. I'm really excited for this one. What about you guys? Chris?
I don't know how I feel about it yet. I out of the 2 miles, I was excited for. This one, not so much. I got to see where the book's going. In a way, I am intrigued because the first arc is chasing after young Cable. You know, figuring out is it really Cable or is it somebody who's pretending to be Cable? You know, or something. You know, it's getting his background.
Is he their Cable or is he like another Cable from another
version? Right, exactly. Right. So I'm kind of like, I'm intrigued to know more about this young Cable, and it is in the wake of the old one's death. So we'll see. I'm gonna try the first arc and see about young Cable, and we'll see if it's.
The only thing that scares me about this is Ed Bryson, which is a great writer, but this one's the artist. That's the Cosmic Ghost Rider artist.
Yeah, that worries me.
Mike talks about that art all the time, how cartoony it is and all that, and it doesn't.
And my expectation.
You got Cosmic Ghost Rider's art. If you really like that art, then you may be okay with this. I hope he goes a different route with this. It's like Pepe Larraz. He's the one who's doing the covers, I think. And so that's why the art looks different there. But they build Dylan Burnett, the Cosmic Ghost Rider artist, as the artist of this. So
that does concern me a little bit too. I agree with you.
That's the only thing that makes me like, really?
Yeah, I really don't care for that art style. So
Pepe isn't going to be. I'm sorry, Pepe didn't do the cover. Someone else did it.
Okay. So maybe it's some kind of fusion of their two, or either that, or they're going to trade off issues. Yeah, maybe
they trade. Yeah, maybe they'll do like 2 issues a piece, or like a whole arc, and then do a whole arc, something like that, or even alternate issue. Because never know, X-Force could be a bi-weekly series. We never know with Marvel. They could come out every other week, so maybe they're going to switch off on the artists every other issue or something. But because he's billed as the
artist.
The artist, and it does say Pepe Larraz was the cover artist. That's what they sent out. So it does say Pepe Larraz, but that doesn't look like his signature on the bottom of that cover. Like I looked at that bottom of that cover, it has a C in it. So like it says C-A something. C-A-R Cariel or Cariel. C-A-R-I-E-L, I think.
Oh, maybe it's the colorist. Maybe it's David Curiel.
All right, maybe. That's the name that's signed there. So, but normally, maybe that's his signature. No, that's supposed to be a footprint. But normally the artist signs it though, right? Like normally it's the artist that signs it, not the colorist. But
unless they collabed on it, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but it does say cover by, because that's what they said. So it does say cover by Pepe Larraz, and then art by Dylan Burnett. So I'm just nervous about the artist on here. Other than that, it sounds like a really cool idea, and Ed Bryson does a great job writing the X-Men. If you haven't been reading Extermination, read it. It's some of the best X-Men stuff that's been coming out lately.
Oh, I agree. It's really good. It's a really solid series so far. It took me by surprise.
Both of the issues have been in your top 5 and mine, I think.
Yeah, totally. So we'll see if it continues. We have a new viewer, Kevin Rodatelli, said great episode. So thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we got 8 viewers.
Welcome to the zone.
Yeah, welcome to the zone, and thank you for everybody that's watching, tuning in live. That's awesome.
Yes.
So I think that's all our news topics. And we were doing a news story news edition this episode. So if you guys have anything else you want us to talk about, drop it in the chat real quick. We'll try to talk about a couple of things, and then we'll start to wrap it up. So
you guys have any other news that you think that you want us to talk about, or any other topic you want us to talk about? Throw it out there. Legistorm, we just asked if you have anything you want us to talk about. Throw it out there, and we'll talk about maybe we could talk about it, because the 3 of us are never short on not being able to talk about something.
Indeed.
Guardians of the Galaxy Dream roster.
That's Mike Slayer did that. Did that topic video. What were your dream? Cool. Honestly, I like the one that they had in issue 0. That issue, like that was a great team roster for me. So I would just pick that.
I was the one from the movies.
Which is the team from issue 0.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
I didn't read it.
That's also the team that came together during what was it, Annihilation, which is that's where I really got into the cosmic stuff. I would really like to see some kind of team again with Vance Astro on it though. Go classic.
Yeah,
I don't know who I'd want on it. Maybe a future maybe like a future version of kind of mixed match of Guardians and New Warriors. So put Firestar and Vance on there, and add in some of the Guardians. Maybe Groot and Rocket, and one of the other originals. I don't know.
How about Iron Groot?
Iron Groot. There you go.
Who was that from? Cosmic Ghost Hunter, I think it was from.
Oh yeah.
Whole future, the future Guardians of the Galaxy was like Iron Groot. It's Rocket wearing Groot's body as armor.
Oh, wow, that's weird.
Yeah, and they were like, "Come on, you know it's cool." Like that was the description of it. Come on, you know it's cool, or something like that. You know you want to know about it. Miss Marvel there looked really cool. So.
That's a good one too. Sweet says the Lois Lane casting. All right, I don't like it. For the Arrowverse. It's the act. I can't remember the actress's name, but she played the wife on Grimm, on NBC's Grimm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't care for the casting. I think I joked with Kat that they probably chose her because if you squint, she kind of looks like Margot Kidder when she was young. I didn't think she was. I think she's an okay actress, but I
saw that.
Bit taller.
Yeah, that's it. I don't see her as Lois personally. I think she's a little too timid.
She's also, I mean, no offense, but she's also kind of older than,
She's almost as old as us, Jay. she's 4 years younger than us.
Think about it. Tyler Hoechlin though looks a lot younger than her.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
And I know she's supposed to be older than her sister, who was on here. Played by Channing Tatum's ex-wife, or still wife but separated. I don't know. Jenna Dewan Tatum.
Yeah, that's it.
But I mean, I was still hoping Spencer from Pretty Little Liars. I thought she would have been right on the money for that. I thought she would have made a great one.
Yeah, she's got the right personality, definitely. I don't know. I've only really seen this actress in Grimm, and she was very, very timid in that. So I'm just judging it based on that. So, I'm willing to give her a shot. But yeah, I don't think she's Lois for me. I agree with you, Serenity. That's groundbreaking. Serenity and I are agreeing on something. That's awesome.
Very rare.
Go for.
Yeah. Also, the Nora Freeze casting, which I didn't even know they cast her. I just looked up. It's Stephen Amell's wife is playing Nora Freeze. I'm not familiar with her acting at all. So
yeah, me either, really. I'm trying to look her up to see what she's been in. Maybe I did see her or something. I just didn't realize it.
It's Cassandra Jean Amell.
She was in CSI, so.
She was in Mad Men.
But what was she in there? It says CSI. She was born on. They got married on Christmas Day. That's pretty cool.
Oh wow!
Looks
like she's just done like a bunch of bit parts here and there.
Yeah, it was just Murder Victim 1, Pretty Girl in Hannah Montana, Bikini Contestant on Las Vegas, Polar Chesterwood on CSI for one episode. At least she had a name there. Then The Middleman, she had a name. Two Dudes in a Dream, One Tree Hill. She was Missy for 2 episodes. Let's see. Passenger.
Maybe this will be her big break. Who knows?
Yeah. NCIS Los Angeles. Receptionist.
Will Smith's wife really did a good job in Gotham.
Yeah, but she was an actress way before that. Jada Pinkett, she was on a different world back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air too.
Yeah, Yeah, so she had been acting for a while.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
They met on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right.
Yeah, she's done some things, and some things I've had to see her in because I watch some of the shows, like, you know, but nothing that, you know, made me go, oh, you know, I know who she is, because they're all like bit parts. So it's like, you know, receptionist, like dead girl, you know, like there's nothing like that really stands out. So this would probably be the first role that she would have, and who knows, maybe. And honestly, she probably won't be doing that all that much in it either, because what's Nora Freeze's big role in the DC universe? She's stuck in a tank.
Right.
So they just like, hey, you look pretty. Let's go put you in a tank of water.
Exactly.
I mean, so I don't think she's gonna have
lay there and like you're floating.
I mean, they might have her do some things, you know, from before. Maybe it would be like before she gets put in there. But yeah.
Why Bumblebee? Because he's the most popular one. That's why, I tell you.
Bumblebee has always been the Bumblebee has always been the Transformer, the Autobot that is connected to the viewer. He's always been our human connection to it. Like that's why he was friends with Spike.
I disagree. Hot Rod is my human connection to the Autobots.
Well, that was Generation 2. So
yeah, and I also gotta disagree with you, because I love Hot Rod, but most people hate him.
Yeah, Bumblebee was that. That's why Bumblebee and Spike were friends, because Bumblebee was the ambassador between the Autobots and the humans. That's why he was there.
And it's the same way in the movies as well. I mean, it's just he's their car. Whichever human interchanged the human, but he's their car. So it makes sense.
Why not do a Beast Wars movie? Tevye says. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would love a Beast Wars movie, but that's speaking of Beast Wars. Cheetor, I think is his name. He was basically Bumblebee.
Yeah, but
he was kind of a Bumblebee Hot Rod.
Exactly.
Amalgamation. Yeah. Uh-oh, I see I dropped in on some Transformers talk. Yeah, you did.
Strictly Comics.
Are you guys, Strictly Comics, thanks. Are you guys, this is Sweet Exorcist, are you guys nervous about the upcoming Martian Manhunter book? Orlando is hit or miss?
I didn't even know that was.
Let me see who.
I didn't either.
Again. I did see that earlier.
Is Steve Orlando Supergirl? Is that who's doing it? Then yeah, I'm a little nervous. If it's the Supergirl run I'm thinking of that we all kind of dropped.
That's not. I mean, I tried Martian Manhunter last time it came out, and I think I got 2 issues.
Yeah, I like Martian Manhunter as a character. They've been doing great work with Scott Snyder, despite his the middle ground of Justice League. His Martian Manhunter for me has been exceptional.
Oh yeah, I agree. I don't know why I'm laughing. Batman back fast, but I mean that's another little tiny gripe compared to what I did enjoy his first arc for the Justice League.
Yeah, you still looking it up, Jay?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this. I'm just waiting for the drive to actually load. That's what I'm waiting for. All right.
Is anyone gonna Strictly Comics asks? Is anyone gonna see the limited screening of the 1986 Transformers movie in a couple of weeks?
I would have liked to, but unfortunately, no.
I saw the last one that they had. They did one, I think it was the 25th anniversary, and I also bought the DVD for it.
Yeah, I'll probably just watch it. I actually, it's on one of my streaming services. I don't know which one.
Yeah, that's the thing about having all the streaming services. You're like, where is this at?
Yeah, exactly. I know I've got it somewhere.
For all of the other streaming services, not just anime. Actually, no. VRV just added a new channel for I forgot. It's basically for childhood shows like Hey Arnold, Rocko's Modern Life, Angry Beavers.
Steve Orlando. I'm sorry. Steve
What'd you
Orlando is the writer.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Sweet Exorcist says, yes, Brand, I agree. His recent Wonder Woman run has also been awful. So he's writing Wonder Woman right now, or has recently? Okay.
Yeah, that was the
I dropped Wonder Woman.
One. Yeah. And then
I dropped Wonder Woman because of that.
Riley Rossmo.
That's the artist?
It's the artist, yeah. Don't like his let me just
And just like that, another book that's ruined by art.
I'm very familiar with his art. He's done a lot of horror books, and I think his art style fits that kind of book. It just no, that's not the kind of style I want to see.
That's a link to the picture. I don't know if you can get that up, but that's the link to his drawings of Martian Manhunter. Don't like them. Don't like them.
Yeah, I'll try to screen share it. Yeah, I'm not I'm not a fan. Let's see.
Not feeling it at all.
And just like that, another book I won't be reading.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know what you guys feel about this.
God, no.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling this. So no, I'm not excited for Martian Manhunter. What, Jay?
No, I said here's a link to the actual cover of it. I think that's the cover. And
oh wow,
not liking it. Not liking it.
Okay.
Nope.
There we go.
Does look like they're going back to more of the with it, because you see green on him, so it looks like they're doing away with the whole full body suit. It's like his chest looks like it's open. Looks like he has the cape on still. Like the top part is still the cape, but then his chest looks like it has the green, and the sides look like it has the green. So maybe they're going back to that look, but still not digging the design on him. No. He looks something. It looks like a big insect now.
Talk about a way to ruin Martian Manhunter just as he comes back into light.
Yeah, Scotty says I'm digging that art brainstorm though, and I agree. I mean, it's cool to see a process like that, and I don't mind the art style, but just not for that. It's not. It doesn't fit the character to me.
That's like Jay Lee's art for Batman, Superman, World's Finest.
And that's another one.
I hated it so much. I still don't have that run in my Superman collection.
Oh.
That is like the only run I don't have.
Dude, he has just shorts on that look like he's riding a bike. Like he's wearing those tight bicycle shorts.
Biker shorts, yeah.
No,
wow. That's weird looking.
Like they couldn't have kept them in the pants.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What is that thing at the end? What is that?
I have no idea, but
I don't even know what you're talking about.
There's links on the chat. There's links on the chat.
Yeah, there's links on the chat.
Frank's gonna share it. There's like this big red Buddha like alien thing.
What is that?
It looks like something I fight in Destiny 2.
This is just weird. I'm not a fan of this take.
Me either. Nah. No. This might join the Iron Fist Club. A bookside drop that made me drop a book, because I'll give it a shot, because I always give everything a shot, but
I can't promise that I will.
I feel like this is warning you right here not to bother.
Yeah. I can't do it.
No. Did you see the Ben Reilly PS4 costume? No, I didn't.
I didn't.
I did. I think Ben Reilly's PS4 costume. I forgot what what you have to do for it, but we do have it. I think we have to do a couple of quests for it, and it looks awesome.
Let's see if I can
it's just his traditional costume, right? The hoodie
the one with the hoodie. Yeah, the one with the hoodie.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's just that you don't really see the hoodie that much. It looks more like he has a tight sweater on.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping to unlock all of the Spidey costumes. That's my my goal.
It looks pretty solid. It looks like his traditional suit, so I'm okay with that. I thought they were going to go with the whole issue number 1 thing with that. when he was like, "What do you think about it?" I was like, "Oh, they're going to do that something."
Jesse Johnson says, "What is the art for Solo Martian Manhunter book?" I'm not sure what you're asking. It's Riley Rossbo is the artist. That's for the upcoming.
Jesse Johnson says, "I don't hate it."
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't think it's it fits
the art is for the maxi series. It's going to be a 12-issue maxi series for Martian Manhunter.
Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
Tevia says, "Any opinion on My Hero Academia movie coming out this month?"
Cool. I have to catch up.
Yeah, I got to catch up too. I'm way behind on it. But
it's
cool.
Good.
Yeah.
I love My Hero Academia. That's like my one enemy that I can't miss.
Tevia, we are answering. Wow. I mean, he's like, please answer.
We are.
To read.
Yeah, we have to. Other people above that also answer their thing. And Sky says, "I'm tempted to borrow this man's sketchbook."
Borrow it and burn it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I wouldn't want to pass off as my art, honestly. And it's just me.
No, go ahead.
No, I was
just gonna say I don't think it's terrible art. It just doesn't fit that character for me.
Yeah,
that's all.
It's not bad art. Like if it was a certain type of book, it would be okay. Like it was just like especially with so much has been done to bring Jean back to like the limelight and make him prominent again. To have this, it's like a step backwards for me almost. Like
I completely agree with that. Yeah, that's what's weird for it.
It's like having Scotty Young draw a Wolverine book. It just doesn't mesh.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Exiles. Yeah. That's the Exiles.
That's true.
Wolverine there is like that's like a Scotty Young Wolverine in Exiles. It's not by him, but
it's Wolverine book.
The Dragon Prince? I don't know. I didn't hear it. Let me look it up while we're talking. Did any of us gonna watch the Dragon Prince? That was this.
We'll take like 2 more questions after that, and then we're.
How does My Hero Academia open the doors for DC to finally give us a Super Sons animated movie, Tevia? I thought
there's no connection there at all.
Track F. That's going from track A all the way down to track Z.
The Dragon Prince is an American computer animated fantasy television series created by Netflix by Aaron Diaz and Jessica and produced by Wonderstorm. Premiered on September 14th, 2018. So it came out
today.
Yeah. Okay. It says a worthy Airbender successor. So that's one of the articles. So that's probably.
I'll try it out. I'll try it out.
And just to finish, just really quick to finish off Tevia's Super Sons animated movie. Again, Tevia, we're just getting the death of Superman now. You are not going to get a Super Sons animated movie for at least another 15 years.
No,
stop asking us for it.
I would say a couple more years. Give it a couple more years. They got it. They had to finish off Rebirth.
Maybe so 5 years. Yeah.
Whenever what's the name gets done? What's that Doomsday Clock? Whenever that gets done, probably like 2 years after that, because they got to, animation's done a couple years in advance. So I would say 2-3 years after Doomsday Clock is finished in the comics, then we might get a Superman Rebirth.
Maybe.
If
it remains popular. If Super Sons remain popular.
And if not, it'll be 15 years. Maybe 20 then.
Are you guys going to watch Super Drags, Netflix superhero animated series about guys whose super identities are drag queens? I've never heard of this either.
I've never heard of it, and I probably will not. But I don't watch much TV anyway.
Sounds funny, though.
It sounds hilarious.
It does sound hilarious. We said I'd say about 20 to 30 years after.
It'll be 30 years.
David has to hurry up because he has only a year left to get married and have kids.
That's true, Tevia.
He only has a year left to get married and have kids, so that's why he's rushing this cartoon to be made. Because after that, life is going to hit him hard, and he's going to have to, do all kinds of stuff that he won't be able to have time to watch those cartoons that much.
Oh, this is actually something I wanted to talk about. Any opinion on Sabrina the Teenage Witch Netflix trailer? Did you see this, Chris?
No.
I know
I'm
Jay
not
saw it.
watching it anyway, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
That
wait,
trailer
really
was
quick?
creepy.
Wait, really
Yeah,
quick
Edwin.
before you go into that?
What?
Strictly Comics. Great having you on, man. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for tuning in.
See you later,
Appreciate
Edwin.
it.
And congratulations on the 100th episode of
Oh yeah, congratulations on 100 episodes.
Driving to Austin. Oh yeah, congrats. I'm sorry you have to drive to Austin. I hate Austin. I hate driving in Austin. Let me clarify. I hate driving in Austin.
Yeah.
Those
He
roads.
doesn't have anything against the city, just the
Yeah, I just hate driving there.
the commute.
Yeah.
Seen it. It's not Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Tevye is called Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. That's why it's got.
Yeah, it's yeah. But that trailer is creepy, man.
Yeah.
She's like, there's like this happy birthday song being sung, and all these crazy like this demon. Like,
Yeah, it was like
I
a
don't know,
version
coming out. Yeah.
birthday. It was like,
Yeah, it was like this happy birthday. I don't want to get in
a
trouble.
bunch of people
Copyright.
like a bunch of people like just chanting like.
Yeah, and then as she blows out the candles, they're not there, and I was just like, whoa. What?
It was all
You
like,
don't know what's going
one
on.
guy's like had
My
one guy had like goat horns on his.
Yeah.
Like, one guy was like a goat horn skeleton or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was creepy. But Brant also pointed this out on our group me. Riverdale was pretty much the same thing. Their trailer was creepy, and we were like, "This is nothing like Archie." And then it's not like Archie, but it's its own thing, and it's still kind of good, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Not great, but it's good. So I think
Yeah.
maybe that, it's maybe that way. Oh yeah, you can't get in trouble for singing "Happy Birthday" anymore, Brant.
I know.
The lawsuit
I
did come in.
forgot.
Yeah, it's public
Yeah.
domain again. Serenity,
Right.
you're right. It was in public
Yeah.
domain for a long time. That's why, like Nickelodeon did that "Happy Birthday" for all their
Right.
shows. Like that was the song that they sang on all their teenage shows and all that. They wouldn't. They couldn't sing "Happy Birthday," because people were like, "Dude, you can't own that." And they found out like the lady didn't, like the person who owns the owned the copyright or whatever, wasn't actually the person who should have the copyright anyway. So it was like a whole big thing, and it got they had to pay back a lot of royalties too.
They went from being
Yeah.
rich to broke in one day.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're not,
Sweet.
but they're still rich.
Yeah, Sweet asked if this show is going to be in the Riverdale universe. No, because
Yes.
it's on Netflix, and what it is?
No, but it's going to be connected to the Riverdale universe. But they said don't expect any crossovers.
Okay,
They said,
I
don't
thought
expect
maybe
any
they threw
crossovers.
that out. I thought
Oh,
maybe
no.
they threw it out when they went to Netflix.
Oh no, because someone asked them about that, and they were like, "Yes, it's still set in the same universe, but don't expect any crossovers with them. At least not for the first year or so. Like, so don't expect any crossovers. But we might get a crossover second or third year. But at least for the first year, we know there won't be any crossovers."
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Serenity was talking about the comic, how it's very similar. I hope it's not, because I did not like the comic. I dropped it an issue and a half in.
That's why
I did not like it at all.
Remember when we first started talking about this and the creation phases? I was like, I hope they go a little bit different, because it's kind of too dark for Sabrina, you know?
Yeah,
I want some
I agree.
kind of light.
I hope so. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up. So
It was,
now it's time. That's the wrong thing. Sorry. What? This show is
No, that wraps this up.
There was just one. Well, there's just one thing I want to say real fast.
Okay, go for it.
The Nickelodeon's streaming service. They're coming out with the streaming service. It's going to be filled with all your '90s favorites. So Chris is going to probably be getting this.
The Disney.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog.
Cat
Dog.
Let me see. Where was it at? Nickelodeon has launched a new streaming service and filled with some of their most iconic shows in the 1990s. Although not available in Europe just yet, the animation giants have introduced Nick Splat, a new service from streaming site VRV. Oh, so that's the one Chris has.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. VRV.
Okay.
Oh.
For only $6 a month, users are able to take a massive nostalgia.
You have Earth?
No, I do not have VRV, but I have it set to get at some point when Tommy gets a little older.
Okay.
You get a massive nostalgia trip into the past, reliving classic episodes or shows.
I'll finish, Jake. Go ahead, finish.
Oh, Keenan and Kel, The Amanda Show, Rocko's Modern Life, Our Real Monster, seasons 1 and 2, all that season 2.
That's me.
Dark, seasons 1 and 2, Cat Dog, season 1, Talk Zone, Clarissa, Double Dare, 2000, Doug, Guts, Hey Dude, Kablam, Keenan and Kel, Legends of the Hidden Temple, 2016, Nick Arcade, Rocko's, already said that, Salute Your Shorts,
I remember that.
Mystery Files of Shelby Woo. I remember that one. That's one I remember. The Wild Thornberries. So yeah, it has a lot of it. So I guess if you're really into it.
Everybody's doing this streaming service now. It started with Netflix, and now there's Nickelodeon made one. Disney's making one. DC Comics made one. Marvel's going to be with Disney. We'll see. There's
going to be a bubble.
Cable is going to be slowly phased out because
you know what? I think this could actually be reversing that trend because if everybody keeps doing these things, it's going to get to the point where people are like, I'm paying $150 for all these apps where I could just watch cable.
Or somebody's going to come along with some genius idea to have one service that features all these streaming for a nice low price, like cable.
Yeah, I think you're right. It could backfire because if everybody has it, because think about it, you're paying $15 for Netflix, you're paying $13 for Hulu, you're paying $6 for or $10 depending on which one you get of CBS All Access. You're getting $8 for DC Universe. Whatever the price is going to be for. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say in my case, $10 for WWE Network.
WWE Network, you're paying $10 for that. You're paying whatever Disney is going to be paying for. You're paying the $6 for the one for here. People who like anime are paying for like Funimation and stuff, and Crunchyroll,
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime, exactly. Like that's $9.99 a month, and it's $100. It's $99 a month if you get a year subscription. So it's like it's a lot of things that people are gonna be like, I'm paying the same exact price I'm paying for cable, but I'm not getting any of the classic shows. And then you also have like things like what's that called? Sling, where you can get regular TV. So a lot of people are doing that instead of cable. And then with all the streaming services, I don't know. I think there's going to be a bubble where people are going to be like, that's it, I'm done. I think they're going to reach that bubble soon. I understand. I know a lot of people are frustrated with cable and all of that, but cable's also offering these services now. They're smart. Like they're giving you Netflix for free, if you have certain cable companies. So I don't know. I think there might be a plateau that will be hit by that.
I agree.
VRV already is one of them that's saying, hey, we'll give you multiple ones if you pay us once a month.
Yeah, I think cable will be smart to make deals with some of these companies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. All right, so I'm going to start wrapping it up. Get our little music going. Probably got it way too loud, but it's a little whatever.
Brand's got on his app game.
Let's forget it. That's it. That tablet's done tonight.
So what? That was the right one. But coming out and going on, Chris, what you got?
Well, what do I got going on? I am in a thought process right now when it comes to, and I talked a little bit about this on the pre-show, so I'm not going to give too much of the pre-show away with the Chris and Brand show. So if you want the Chris and Brand show, why wouldn't you be a patron for Zone 4? Because you're getting some awesome pre-show content, and we've also had awesome pre-shows, all three of us, so why would you want to miss out on any of them? But anyway, I'm in a debate about Dark Avenger Live. A lot of you have asked to bring it back. It came up as a big topic on the last review. I am considering it very heavily after the big outcry of, yeah, why not bring it back? I'm just debating live shows in general versus podcasts right now, because podcasts involve a lot of editing, whereas live shows, as we're doing right now, and I'm sure Brant's very happy about, you go, you're done, and that's it. So I'm debating about the whole moving to live shows for a while before doing much podcasting again. It'll be more discussed on Discord. Comic review is probably going to permanently be moved to Wednesdays, just because I like the format, and everyone who does come on the comic reviews, you are all welcome to pop on Wednesday nights. It just works good for Wednesday nights. So we got that. There'll be some Brooklyn Boy videos, hopefully very, very soon. We didn't get to do the Pop-Tart videos last week. Hopefully we'll get to do them this weekend. And trying to think if there's anything in the immediate. I'm not going to. I more than likely will not be on. If not, just next week, both weeks, this coming week and the following, I'll be off because Cindy's going away. But I'm going to try my hardest to make it only 1 week instead of 2. But truly and honestly, it all just depends on what goes on. And that's all I got.
Okay.
For me, let's see. Be sure to check out Nicole DeAndrea's Kickstarter. It's Road Trip to Hell. Devils in the Details. I don't know why I keep saying Highway to Hell.
Because of the song!
Road Trip to Hell. I know, but I just keep thinking it's Road Trip to Hell, Devil in the Details. Check it out. The logo is by our very own Brant Fowler. He did a great job on that. Great girl, great book. Go check that out. Let's see.
Thank you for dropping the links.
Yes, thank you, Scotty. Frontline panels. Top 5 panels are every Monday night. Every Monday, please be sure to check the poll out in there. Vote for your own. Let us know what you think about them, and always vote for whatever I pick. That's just being smart. Cat said I can't influence on Frontline Live. She never said I can't do it on Zone 4. Frontline reviews are up this week, and it will be up every Friday. Check them out. Whole bunch of reviews. There are 18 of them this week, I think.
Oh, nice.
So check them out. 18 books were reviewed. Check out Comic Frontline all over social media at Comic Frontline. Check out Frontline Live every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Media Madness is on a short hiatus for the next couple of weeks. We're going to take a couple of weeks off because Cat's got a lot of Comic-Cons and everything's busy with our schedule. So we will announce on a future episode of Frontline Live when the next Media Madness will be.
Hey, Brant, we should totally do a mock-up Media Madness as a Chris and Brad show now. This is our time!
Chris has issues.
I have many issues.
Check out more issues than Reader's Digest, kid.
Chris, the one that doesn't watch TV, wants to take over Media Madness.
I know.
Exactly. He doesn't watch TV. Doesn't watch movies.
It'll be a twist. Hey, I am doing the DC.
The twist is, Brett will be like, "Oh, did you watch this show?"
Once monthly stuff starts coming out, I actually will be doing a lot of the DC streaming service stuff. I will say
Brett
that.
will be like, "Did you watch this show? No. Did you watch this movie? No. Did you watch this cartoon? No."
I watched the
that would be the whole thing. It would just be like, no, I didn't. No,
I got to come up with a song for you guys now though. Jay, she's Cat. We put on the show. It's where it's at. No, I don't know.
That's it. Check out tomorrowreport.com. Check out our Discord. That's in every single Frontline video description. So be sure to check that out. The link is there. It's also on our main site at comicfrontline.com. Check me out all over. Check me out on Twitter at Comic Book Theater without the R. Check me out on Facebook with Comic Book Theater with the R. Tomorrow I will have my Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel review up, and that's just all I am tapping out. Brant, what do you got coming out?
Did you mention Cat's Kickstarter, by the way?
Oh no, Cat's. I didn't do that. I forgot because normally we record and then it's like a couple days later it comes out and the Kickstarter would be over. But check out Cat's Kickstarter. It has one more day. It ends tomorrow night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern time, and that's the Like Father Like Daughter trade paperback. So check that out. They're close to reaching Cat's goal of having 228 backers. So she wants it to be the most backed Swiftfuse Media project, and it's already the most fundraised. So she just needs more backers now. So please go check that out. It's the last hours of it. So
before you say what you forgot, Chris, Firestorm reminded us that we still haven't watched Turtles in concert. We got to do that. But
maybe that's
we
what
also did.
We'll do.
Yeah.
We also didn't watch the other one either, Chris.
We didn't pick a day yet. I'm waiting. So
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We didn't do that one either.
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja crap, but okay.
Yeah, we got to do that too. Jay and I suffered through it. You got to too.
Yes.
My niece has made me suffer through a nice portion of it already.
So what did you forget?
Just my social media, Dark Avenger C86 across the board, Dark Avenger Gaming, Twitch. I talked about this on the pre-show also. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I will be streaming that at some point soon. I'm looking forward to the last part to the trilogy of the intro of Lara Croft.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too now that I know that it's out. For me, of course, my channel, Brant Fowler, Monday Musings every Monday. Right here on Comic Frontline, my weekly comic rankings on Tuesdays. And Frontline reviews, Jay mentioned, I reviewed, this week I reviewed Fantastic Four, #2, Birthright, #31, and WWE NXT TakeOver Proving Ground, #1. So go check those out. Let's see, is there anything else for me? The Last Ember headed off to the printer. Little Ember is almost done lettering, and so that'll be off to the printer soon as well. So cool stuff going on there. And updates on the Patreon starting next week. I'll start talking about them. So I think that's it for me, if I'm not forgetting anything, which I probably am, but that's okay. Because it's time to wrap this show up. If this will play right. Right? There we go. All right. We'd like to thank the official bands of Zone 4, the Raywall Band, and Society's Plague that you hear on the show each and every episode. We are also proud members of the Comics Podcast Network. You can find us right here on Comic Frontline each and every Friday. Technical difficulties will happen. Of course. It sucks. And also on comicspodcast.com, Stitcher, iTunes, and of course, zone4podcast.com. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions for us, send those to zone4podcast@gmail.com. And as always, thanks for listening. You are now leaving the fantastic, and the fantastic Zone 4. Good night.
He's done.